Hi, Rui. Good morning. Morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. Just give it a couple of minutes before we actually get started.
Good morning.
Good morning. How are you? You doing well, Rui? Oh. Can you guys hear me okay? Someone in the, maybe in the chat, let me know if you can hear me.
I can hear you okay.
Great, Jen.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Cheers.
Cheers. Coffee cheers.
Good morning, Jen.
Hi, Diana. How are you?
Thank you. How's everybody?
Oh, Rui says he can't hear me.
Oh, okay.
I don't know, Rui.
They have to, maybe they should actually go and click on the last link that we got this morning.
Yeah, he's here. But he says he can't hear me. And I don't know why that would be if everybody else can. Rui, you might just want to maybe go out of the Zoom room and then come back in, see if that will work. If everyone else can hear, I would suspect that it's not an issue with Zoom. Oh yeah, thank you, Mallory. Maybe, thanks. You guys
No
got
problem.
my back. I appreciate that.
I was like, does she realize?
Let me just do. Clearly I need another coffee this morning. Just gonna send Rui a message. Okay, I will give it about maybe 2 more minutes just to see who else may or may not show up, and then we'll get started. And in the meantime, you can watch my screen, and if you have my video on, watch me drink my coffee.
Cheers, Jen.
I can see you.
Yay.
Cheers.
Can see me? No, you can't.
God bless the Zoom,
Humor.
right?
Sorry, Jen, I put myself on mute. Didn't realize. What did you say?
I said, God bless the Zoom room, right?
Mm-hmm.
And really quickly, you know, shut her down.
Yes.
Jen, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
Hi. How are you?
Thank you.
Excuse me. Is there I'm okay. The play button, am I supposed to press that play button or no?
No, you actually are looking at my screen. So, well, you could try to press it. You wouldn't have any luck.
Oh,
Yeah, so I'm sharing my screen with you guys, Ruth. So that's what you see in front of you now is my screen.
okay. Oh,
Okay.
okay.
So I'm just waiting. I'm just going to give it, you know, maybe another minute or so, and then we'll get started.
Okie doke.
Okay.
Sure.
Okay, you guys, I think that I am going to go ahead and get started. Always want to respect everybody who shows up on time while allowing a couple of extra people in. We are recording all of these sessions anyways. You can find them on myremaxultimate.com. Pretty much since we kind of went into the virtual classroom, everything that we're doing is available to you there. So, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm not going to put it into play mode. I can't keep control or looking at the chat room if I use it, if I put it in play mode. So I'm just going to leave it like that. Hi, Rui, I can see you now. Can you hear me now? Okay, you can let me know.
I need to use my phone. I cannot
Oh, okay.
use it on my computer.
Okay. There is just a little, I'm gonna mute that. There we go. Okay. All right, so this morning we're going to be talking about CRMs. You know, we've said it over and over again with this kind of pause in our business that we have right now. It is a really great time to look at the foundations of your business. If you've been in the industry for a long time, you can kind of rebuild those and build them back up to what you know, have maybe always wanted them to be. Or if you're newer in the industry, it's a perfect time to really get organized. You know, if you've been reading for any of the like real estate news or economy news, we are kind of expected to, once we come out of this, have a flurry of activity in our market in the GTA. So you won't have the time to be doing these kind of things. So it's a perfect time to look at your CRM. And I love systems, so that's why I wanted to talk about this today. So real estate CRM, what is it? It is a customer relationship management tool, right? So as the name implies, your CRM can touch pretty much any aspect of your business, from tracking and managing your leads, sending drip campaigns. I hate the word drip, but you know, that's the word. So sending drip campaigns, uploading contracts, booking and managing appointments, and a whole lot more. So they're not even necessarily just, you know, that contact management system anymore. It really is the whole consumer experience that you can utilize to keep the back end of your business. So basically, it's a software system to run your business. Beyond the star rated features, which are, you know, any company has like star rated features that they have, the CRM is really about the level of productivity or profits it can bring to your business. Because at the end of the day, there's only one major difference between a solopreneur and an entrepreneur. A solopreneur owns a job and an entrepreneur owns a system. We talk a lot about systems in this industry, and this really is what that is, right? The kind of back end of your business. So what are the top 3 benefits of using a CRM? So benefit number 1 is a great real estate CRM saves you time and headaches. Data shows that 65% of a rep's time is spent on non-revenue generating activities. We talk a lot about that in Ultimate Spark if you've been coming into those courses as well, but that translates into a lot of wasted opportunity. I think back to the number of open houses that I did, the number of online leads that, you know, came into me from a variety of different areas. And if I had had a proper follow-up system in place, I would have probably made a heck of a lot more money. By keeping everything you do in one central location, everything is beautifully organized and consistent. Anytime you need something, you, the agents that you work with, any assistant, transaction manager, whatever it might be, will know exactly where to find it. So this type of pro level organization can help you nurture leads and hit your sales goals faster. You know that, you know, you maybe meet somebody at an open house when we're kind of in normal life, or you get an online lead, or you get a referral, and then you're out on showings, or you know, are trying to deal with the paperwork within your offer. And oftentimes they go missed, or, you know, you'll circle back a couple weeks, months, years, even sometimes later to that person, right? The benefit of a CRM is to really get some type of online communication going with them on a regular basis that you're not thinking about, so that you can convert them when they are ready to convert. So that kind of segues into benefit number 2. So the best real estate CRM helps you close more deals through automated lead nurturing. And I don't want you to think that, you know, it's not personal. You know, you really want to build that relationship. A really great CRM, and the ones that we're going to talk about today, you can build in a customized lead nurture campaign. So you can actually have it very custom to them and their situation, while still coming from you and maintaining that relationship where you are doing the things that you need to be doing to be building your business. So only 27% of the leads that enter a company's marketing funnel are sales ready. I hear it from you guys all the time when we're talking, you know, like you know, maybe you're purchasing some online leads, or maybe you're doing some things to generate some online leads. And a lot of the conversation is, well, they're not ready to buy right now. Well, they're not ready to sell right now. The majority of them aren't. And later on, I believe I have a stat in here that talks about the actual number that are ready. But that's the point of this CRM, right? So if you want to close cold or warm leads, you need to consistently send your leads the right message at the right time. And the best way to do this is through smart, focused lead nurturing. A great CRM makes it easy to segment parts of your list depending on which stage of the buying or selling cycle they're in. So, you know, now would be a really good time to start a lead nurture campaign for buyers that you have in your database who are thinking about buying, you know, when this kind of passes, right? They might want to take the opportunity to look at to get in with their interest rates the way they are, right? They're never been lower. Now, that probably isn't super smart to say, you know, buy now, interest rates are low, just because of, you know, the interest of public safety. But, you know, what about in 2-3 months? We're going to be in a different place than we are right now, right? So maybe having those conversations about what that might look like to safely buy once this does pass. So instead of sending a generic message to your entire list, you'll be able to tailor your message to match your lead's exact buying stage and enable to connect with them on a deeper level, right? your leads will see, and I mean, leads are people, so your people will see that you're going above and beyond to help them out, and your conversion rates will naturally increase as a result, which is a win-win. This is a fear that I had, you know, when I kind of first started looking into a CRM. I wish I had done it years earlier into my business. And it's a fear that I know that a lot of you have, is that it's not personal, right? It's not coming from me. It feels very like empty. This again is a time where you can make it not empty. You can really make it value driven to each of those specific people, right? The people that might be 6 months out from buying, 8 months out, a couple of years, right? The message is different, and you can tailor it to do that, or to do that. That's probably not what I wanted to say, but I feel like you know what I mean. Okay, so benefit number 3, the best real estate CRM will help you close more deals through automate. Oh, did I just go through that? Did I skip number 2? Oh, number 3 is down here. Sorry, you guys. Because I'm not in play mode, I'm just trying to like go through. So this is the little stat that I was talking about. So 50% of leads are not qualified, and they're not ready to buy, right now. So that means 50% of the people that are coming in, and it's actually might be a little bit lower than that. This was from Gleanster research, I think. So again, just because they're not ready to buy right now doesn't mean they're not going to be ready, right? The point is to keep them in your sphere, to keep them in your content. There is a bucket of content out there for them to go to now. They're visiting multiple different real estate sites at all hours of the day and night that are giving them all sorts of content. What you want to do is keep them in your funnel, because you are providing them with information that speaks to them at their buying or selling stage, right? So this is from InsideSales.com. 50% of sales happen after the 5th touch. If you go to NAR or RIA or CREA, they'll actually tell you it is like the 7th or 8th touch. So we really need to be reaching these people at, first of all, where they are in their customer journey, but also on a consistent basis before they're going to, you know, make a buying decision with us. Okay, this was benefit number 3. The right real estate CRM helps keep up with the demands of modern home buyers and sellers. So that's a little bit what I was just talking about. Again, there is a whole bunch of information out there right now, and especially right now, everybody is moving online at the exact same time, right? Globally, regardless of language, country, culture, everyone is going online. Every company, every industry, every client, you know, even clients that maybe weren't online before, they're trying to figure this out now, right? Because this is how we are communicating. So really, when you have people that are out there searching around all of the time, again, you want to keep them in your sphere, in your arena. So to tackle lead nurturing, you use the CRM to set up customized drip campaigns that are only sent to certain portions of your list. And what that means is, you know, you're breaking down, again, buyers that want to buy now, buyers that, you know, want to buy in 6 months, 8 months, 2 years, whatever it might be, right? People that want to sell first, buy later, investors that want to, you know, take equity out of something, put it into something else. You've got different pools of people that you're working with. And with the time that we've got right now, you can set up these different, you know, campaigns or language that might be suitable for them where they are in their journey, right? So this is something that your Excel spreadsheet and stack of business cards can't do. But in today's chatbots, the robocallers, all of that stuff, it's crucial that your CRM gives you enough customization to do that, right? So we're no longer in that space of everybody gets the same, you know, piece of information. Again, we want to meet them where they are in their journey, right? So bottom line, a smart real estate CRM will have a good balance of automation, and customization, so that none of your leads ever feels like they're reading a message that is written by a robot. And again, I know that that is a concern that you have, that, you know, I've had in the past, but the CRMs of today that we're going to talk about are all very customizable, so that your people can feel like it is coming from you in real time, even if you've written it now and they're getting it in 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. Okay, so I am going to get into kind of my top 10 favorite CRMs. First of all, there are tons of different software programs out there. It's like cars, right? They all do the same thing. They get you from A to B. They all look a little different. They all feel a little different. You pay a little bit more for certain features, certain functions. But the reality is they get you from A to B. It's the same thing with the CRM. I see agents ask in Facebook groups. I hear it in the office all the time. You know, you guys text all the time. What is the best CRM? And there actually is no answer. It is the one that you are going to use. More often than not, and myself included, I know that I'm guilty of it. I've paid for them before without using them. It really was after I personally got into coaching and my coach, you know, really kind of hammered down to me the benefits of it, what I just kind of went through you, when I started to use it. And I actually, you know, made money on those like warm and cold leads. So again, there are lots of them out there. It really is just the one that you're going to figure out and master. You need to master your CRM, because if you don't master it, you're not going to like it. You're going to think it's not working for you, and that's okay, right? You just need to find the one that works for you. So I'm going to go through my personal top 10 favorite CRMs. First of all is Lead Street. And you can see on my screen, the cost is actually free. So Lead Street is the CRM that is available to you through Remax. It's through Remax Launchpad. The screenshot that I put on here is my account. It looks very empty again, because I'm not actively selling real estate. But what I did want to show you was the features of this particular CRM. So you can see there's an area for leads and contacts. You can see there's an area for email marketing. Your listings automatically flow into this because you're with the brand, obviously. The majority of your CRMs, you know, will allow the listings to come right in because they're attached to your TREB number. There's a variety of different social networkings. You can set up your profile. You can also access the design center, which gives you access to all of the marketing for your listing. So if you're not using a CRM and you don't want to pay for it, again, you know, given what's kind of going on, we're probably looking at our expenses a little bit deeper. This would be a great place to start. It's absolutely free. There's no cost involved. Everything that I talked about in the beginning, you know, the customization, the automation, it is there. And within Lead Street, we've had Remax Integra come into our office and go through a kind of like how-to with Lead Street. So, you know, something that's free that can kind of get you up and running if you don't want to commit to the expense of it right now. And guys, if you have any questions, just unmute yourself, put the question in the chat. You know, this doesn't have to be just me chatting at you. Love to have a conversation.
Can you make that a little bigger, like that middle? Can't read
it. Yep, certainly. I'll put it into play mode for now. Hang on one second. Sorry.
Thank you.
No, it's not. Oh, sorry, here. How's that? In a second when it loads. There. Is that better?
Yeah, now I can read it.
Better, thanks.
Okay. Yeah, I'll leave it in play mode now. It's just I lose sight of the chat when I go into this kind of play mode because it takes up my whole screen. I know you guys can't see it, but So again, this is just my Lead Street account. And it looks fairly empty because it is empty because I'm not actively selling. Those were my coverage areas the last time, you know, I was selling real estate. So you can go in, you can put in your coverage areas. It goes by the postal code, right? The first three digits of the postal code. I can't remember what they're called right now. And again, this gives you a little bit of an idea of everything that is available within that Lead Street program.
Can
Yep.
I ask a question?
Sure.
I'm not sure if you're going to go over other CRMs.
Yep.
But I just wanted to know if anyone here, or if you can comment on this.
Mhm.
My biggest challenge with my CRM, which is Exact Contact.
Yes, that's my number 2.
Is it okay? I really like it a lot, but
Yep.
the biggest pet peeve that I have is that if I send it out to 300 people, only 150 people actually get it. And the other people—
Is it because it's going into their spam?
I actually physically contact those other 150 people to say, hey, did you ever receive this? And did you just double check your spam? And they have not received it. So it goes into no man's land. And I'm not entirely sure what that is. Maybe a bit of them do go into junk, and then maybe they just delete it and didn't even know it.
Yeah.
But that's 50% of my database that don't receive my emails. And I'm wondering if that's a saying that applies to Lead Street or any of the other CRMs that you're going to be going through. Or
Yeah,
what other
I definitely think that there are going to be those, you know, those anomalies from time to time, right? It's the internet. Like you said, some of them probably do go into junk. They might just not open it. They might just trash it. You know, what a lot of good CRMs do as well. And Exact does have a, like that initial when you're having an initial conversation with somebody, you actually have to get them to sign off on like, yes, I want to get emails from Andre, right? That might have something to do with it. Also, have you called them to ask? They have a great customer service program.
Yeah, I have.
And what did they give you any kind of answer?
They said, unfortunately, that's actually a good percentage. They said normally it's higher. That the higher percentage actually goes into spam because it's coming from I guess not exactly your email address. It's coming from a 123 dot something exact contact, and it just says in care of Andre Vlachowski.
Yeah.
So that's why it goes into spam. And they say that it's not our program. It's the recipient's email settings, whether how strict they are with receiving spam or mass emails.
Yeah. And that is just, you know, an issue, right? Even with my email. So I use Google, like for my email platform, and the majority of emails that I want to receive, go into my promotions folder, right? So sometimes I miss it in my inbox because of that. I do think that, you know, kind of, because Exact to me is a beginner CRM. That was the one that I first used when I very first started. It came with my coaching program. So it was free for me at the time within the fund that I was paying for my coach. And it was good. It was great. I learned how to use it. It was way different back then. It's way more robust now than it was. And, you know, it's, again, I think it's a beginner program. I think when you move up the ranks, you might have a little bit more flexibility or, you know, in the back end, the way that emails talk to each other. Sending out mass emails is always tough. It just is, right? Even with us in the brokerage, you know, we probably only get, and I don't know if Daniel or Rebecca are on, but I mean, we probably only get, you know, a 30% open rate, 35% open rate, right? Which is challenging. So I think it's a challenge that's always going to happen. I don't know if there's anybody else on the call that uses a CRM all the time that wants to chime in.
So
but
Mike and I use Contactually, and we don't have that issue.
Yes.
They are really, really good back end, and it comes directly from us,
Yeah.
sent to people.
Mm-hmm.
So we have a pretty good open rate.
Mm-hmm. So when I switched from Exact, I went to Contactually as well. Again, you're paying a little bit more. I left Contactually off the list today because they were actually purchased by a brokerage in the States last year, which meant that eventually they're probably just going to go to that other brokerage. So, or another brand. So I didn't want to, put them in here in case they were just going to be exclusive to Compass down the line. But again, I think that comes with spending a little bit more money. Andre, does that make sense?
It absolutely makes sense. I'm actually curious to know, with contractually, how is it that I guess, it's sent by you. I'm not sure who made that comment, but they said it comes directly from you. That's actually probably a good thing versus coming from my code at contact.com.
Yeah. And I don't know, I'm not that tech savvy to know how a CRM does that or how, anybody does that. But I do know that, again, the more you spend, it's like anything, right? It's like with us, right? With a discount brokerage, you get what you pay for, right? At the end of the day, I'm not saying that it's not a good CRM. It's actually, again, number 2 on my list. So why don't I just skip through to it? It has all of the functions, right? It has everything that you would need. But again, you get what you pay for. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So give you a quick overview of Exact. The pricing is on the screen. It is $27 per month. And you can find that deal through our Remax Launchpad, which is where you find access to Lead Street as well. And, Andre kind of just gave you a little bit of information about the ups and the downs of it. Again, it was the very first CRM that I used. It has changed drastically since then. It's a lot more robust than it used to be. There are email campaigns that are in there that are pre-written that you can fully customize as well. There are monthly newsletters that you can send out. Actually, Andre, are you talking about the monthly newsletter, or are you talking about like a drip campaign?
No, if I wanted to send out a mass email to my database, which I did a few days ago for my webinar tonight, and I noticed that 52% open rate.
Mm-hmm.
And
Open rates are tough. They are, right? Especially right now, we're getting inundated with with emails from everybody, right? Like every company under the sun that we've ever given our email to is sending us some kind of COVID appropriate email right now. I don't know if you guys are finding that, but I am. So things I normally open are going unopened for me too. Open rates are tough, but I do think a 52% open rate is pretty good.
well, that's what they keep telling me too, but I disagree. It should be closer to, a lot higher in my opinion, if it's reaching everyone appropriately.
Yeah. If it was actually coming from your email address, I would assume that it would be a much higher open rate.
Possibly. Yep.
Yeah. Something to think about, look into. There are a lot of free trials that you can do right now. Switching a CRM is hard. It's not an easy thing to do. It takes time, which, fortunately we have right now, right? Does anybody have any questions about Exact before I kind of move on into a couple of other ones? No, don't see any. Again, I can't see a chat. Oh, okay. So this is number 3. This is called Follow Up Boss. It is a very robust platform. It integrates very, very, very well with social media. So if you are using, Facebook, Instagram, Google Ads, anything like that, it works very seamlessly within that program. It starts at about $69 per month. Again, it's cheaper if you pay annually. You get 2 months for free if you pay for the year. There is a 14-day free trial, which I know is not a lot, but again, if you're in this phase where you're thinking about switching, might be a good time, you know, to give that a try. This is again a very, very robust system. They're anything from, you know, pulling in all of the variety of different websites that we belong to. It will pull in all of your leads. It has a great dashboard. I actually did the 14-day free trial a little while ago because I'm in the phase where I needed to switch like my personal kind of CRM. And I really liked it. I thought it was really, really, really good. Your dashboard gives you who you need to talk to every day, maybe depending on who you have or haven't not spoken to. So a really, really great platform that works really well if you're spending time on social media. That is really one of the biggest things that it works well with, which I liked about Contactually when I first started with it. It integrated very well with my social media. That also changed as we went as well, but it is a really robust system. It also has the texting platform in there as well. So if you want to mass text, you have the ability to do that within Follow Up Boss. Any questions about that one? Nope, not that I can see. Realtyjuggler. A lot of colleagues of mine use Realtyjuggler. They have a 90-day trial period. So if you want to give it a try, definitely go ahead and do it. So it's $40 a month. And the prices here are all kind of like the base model. You can upgrade obviously and pay a little bit more. The really great thing that I hear about Realtyjuggler, I have not done a trial period of this one, but it really all encompasses your transactions really well. So you can have all your transactions in there, all of the contacts for your transactions, all of your, you know, vendors. It really is like they market it as a virtual assistant. And the 2 agents that I talked to yesterday that use it very well, they've kind of mastered it within their business. They really do feel like it is a virtual assistant. So it can help you with your transactions, sending things to all the variety of different people. And I don't know, you can kind of tell by the look of the homepage, it is a little bit kind of dated, but again, that is because it's data heavy as opposed to being, you know, like working better with social media, being a little bit more kind of pleasing to the eye or user friendly. Again, it's data based, it's about organization, and it really does help with your full transaction system, right? It also, they said that it's not complicated. They did say that it was almost like Exact in the way it kind of like looks and feels and runs. But again, a lot more transaction based, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. Number 5, Privity. This is again an all-encompassing platform. It's very robust. There are a lot of large level teams. And when I say large level teams, I mean like, you know, 8 people and up that are using the platform. And it does everything all in one space. So you can actually, it does have a website program that goes along with it. But again, works very well with your social media. If you have teams, if you have multi-level leads that are coming in, or you really want to start to get into that online lead generation, Privity will definitely do that. I spoke yesterday or the day before with a team leader who's not with our brokerage, but she is in the GTA. They use this platform. They have 12 agents and about like 4 admin between their staging and marketing. and they absolutely swear by it. They are very kind of blog heavy. So they do a lot of blogging. So they run a lot of traffic through their website, and they love this program to help do that. Again, that $69 per month is kind of like the base level program, and you can kind of work your way up from there. It's expensive, right? So that even that base level program doesn't get you kind of all of the bells and whistles that you might want to get. Whereas something like Follow Up Boss, you pretty much get everything. You just upgrade for more people. This is, I do feel like this is meant for a little bit more for teams. So if you have, you know, another person that you work with, or an assistant or something like that, and you spend a lot of time and energy in that online space, or you want to, this would be a great option for you to look into, or at least do a demo. I would suggest that if you are thinking about switching your CRM, or you have questions about it, book a demo with all of them. I do demos all the time, also so I can find out, you know, what's different with companies, what are different companies offering. Also, I just want to like stay on top of, you know, kind of what's happening. So just book a demo. They're normally about a half an hour. Again, we're in a space where we have some more time, and you can see if it will fit, you know, into your business. I'm just gonna check, no questions, perfect. Realvolve, this is probably one of my favorite CRMs right now. It's probably one that I'm going to, you know, kind of like personally look into using. I really just like the company itself. They start at $41 a month. That does get you kind of all of the bells and whistles. So it can be for, you know, a solo agent. It's not just kind of meant for teams. They obviously will move up and add in for teams. But one of the things that I love a lot about Realvolve, I did a demo with them last week, is that they kind of have these pre-done buckets. I use the term buckets because that was what I was used to with my old CRM. So the pre-written content is very thoughtful. It's very heart-centered. It really comes from a place of being an advisor. And they have a package. So it's an American company. They're out of Denver, but they have a package that's specifically Canadian. So they have, you know, reached out to Treb. They have a lot of agents that they work with in Canada, and they have a package within their CRM that is just for Canadians. And they have a lot of stuff, you know, like centered around holidays that you can already sign up to, or already sign your clients up to. They have a lot of stuff, you know, again, just about kind of not fluff, but actual like advice that is pre-written that you can massage very gently, that would go out to your agents. Works really, really well with social media for those that are interested in that. They've also just merged with a major data company down in the States. That was a huge thing. So they are going to have a lot of AI, you know, a lot of like internet data about the way consumers are searching. So the information that is in the back end of that is awesome. So you know, you can set up these pre-searches for your clients for stuff that they might, you know, maybe like based on the way that they've been searching online. So I really, really like what they're doing. That's just me personally. Again, it might be different for you, but definitely, again, try a demo for $41 a month. That's not that bad in terms of the grand scheme of a real estate CRM. They are also a fully operational transaction management system. So all of your deals can flow through there. All of your, you know, you can set reminders for your home inspections, for your closings, for your title search dates, all of that stuff. So when you've got a lot of projects going on, you know, you can have the ability to have it all in one space and all of your contact. So it's almost, I feel like it's a really good mix of kind of the sexiness of Follow Up Boss and the back end of Realtyjuggler in terms of how they manage transactions all in one space. Obviously, I'm a fan. I really liked their demo. The last couple of ones that I'm going to talk about are a website and a CRM all in one place, because they are tied together. The ones that I mentioned beforehand are pretty much just a back-end CRM, with the exception of Exact. They do have a web portion. They're templated websites. So Remarketer, they are actually the company that we use internally at Remax Ultimate. So our new websites that we launched are all through this company. I actually last week had a good look in the back end of it, because an agent in our office was, asking about the CRM and stuff. And they've got some really great info there. They do really cool CMAs behind the scenes. The back end, the CRM looks really robust. Again, I haven't utilized it personally. I just kind of had like a quick look through it, but it's starting at $59 per month. There is a Remax Ultimate discount because, again, we use them internally. Also, I know that they were offering discounts right now for people that were maybe thinking about cutting their expenses. They are offering kind of like a grace period of a discount while we're like working through this season. So I really like even though their sites are templated, I should mention that as well. I believe that you can pay for a custom site, but you're going to pay for that. And I like their custom sites. They look very trendy. They are very mobile friendly from what I've seen. But again, it is that templated space. So if you are interested in that, reach out to them, let them know that you're with Ultimate. There is a discount there. Again, their back end site is really good. I don't know how well they integrate with social and kind of, the variety of different medias out there. But I did see in the back end of their CRM that they did have the ability to do that. Okay. Number 8 is Agent Locator. First and foremost, they're Canadian. They're actually right out of Toronto. They have become a go-to company for websites and CRM in all of Canada. They're now, down in the States as well. I do know some of the agents in our office are utilizing them. I've done a number of demos with them over the course of my career. I really, really like what they do. They're very robust. They are an all-in-one company, which is why the cost starts at $159 per month. You get a website, you get a CRM, you have paid lead generation possibilities. So they will run Google ads for you. They will run Facebook ads for you. You do have to pay for those. That's not within that $59 a month program. You pay per lead. And it is more expensive in the GTA than any other area, which you would probably anticipate with any other company. But again, very robust system. They also have the mass texting if you want to get into that. They have the auto dial in at the back end of their system. Really, really good company. They have a really good reputation. The owners, their customer service, just a really good reputation there. And again, they are Canadian. They're right out of here in the GTA. I believe their office is in Mississauga. So to get started at $159 per month with a website and a back-end CRM is a pretty good price, right? And again, if you're thinking about doing this, you're thinking about maybe looking into one of these, do a demo, see if they can give you some kind of discount right now based on the season that we're in. They probably aren't going to be getting a ton of new business because more agents are cutting expenses than taking more on. So if it were me, I would definitely be asking, what they're able to do given what's kind of happening out there right now. Number 9 is Real Geeks. I have a lot of colleagues that utilize the Real Geeks system. They are a website and CRM, and they also start at $159 per month. They are out of Hawaii, actually. So that is in US dollars. They are again, transaction management system, but very lead oriented. So if you want to purchase or are thinking about purchasing online leads, this is one of the probably top companies in real estate right now, in terms of what they're able to do. Again, I'm not tech savvy enough to understand the back end of that, but they have some agents that are just getting a number of leads, which there is a cost involved there. You're not going to get that number of leads at $159 per month. You do have to pay for that. But they have, you know, different branded and unbranded sites to generate more leads. They have, you know, sites to do auto CMAs, both branded and unbranded. Just a really, really great system. I've done a number of demos with them as well. I like the company a lot. I like the agents that are getting leads and having success with those leads. So if you are really thinking about diving into online leads, I would definitely do a demo with Real Geeks. And last but not least is Real Estate Webmasters. Again, they are a Canadian company. They're out of Vancouver, I believe is where their head office is, but they work with a lot of top tier teams, brands, brokerages, and agents kind of all over North America. They're expensive. So you can see I put in the cost just a number of dollar signs. They're not cheap, but their sites are beautifully designed. They do a lot of back-end lead generation as well, really video-based sites. So if, you know, that design, that look is important to you, this would be a company that you can go in and do a demo with. The last time I did a demo for an agent demo, because we looked at working with them as a brokerage level quite some time ago when I very first started with Ultimate. But with the last demo that I did for an agent, I think the starting cost was around $199, and that was like the templated site and the back end CRM. So it's been a little while since I have actually looked into it. But again, they have a really great reputation, very, again, heart-centered, relationship-based company, really about building that relationship. So they want to do a lot of blogging about advice within real estate. And again, they are a Canadian company. So I do love that. So that is it. That's my top 10 list. Are there any questions? Hello? I'm gonna stop my screen share and open it back up here. Any questions, you guys, about any of the CRMs that I went over? Anybody? No? Okay. If there are no questions, I will leave it at that. Again, all of the training, if you missed the beginning of it or want to, you know, have a look over those CRMs again, you can go to myremaxultimate.com. We'll have a link to the recording and we'll also have the slides there for you. For those of you that are still here, don't forget that we have that office-wide meeting this afternoon at 1 p.m. There's going to be a ton of really great information. Larry has the president of CREA coming in, talk about what we're doing, you know, from a federal standpoint. And also Gary Wong is going to come in with a legal update for all of us. So you definitely don't want to miss that. If you have any questions, if you want to reach out to me, you know, to ask deeper questions about the CRMs that I went over or anything, you know, kind of system-based, just let me know. I'm available anytime, you guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jen.
You're so welcome. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Have a good day.